Q&A in the MIA. All right. We got a question here. All right. Read Nehemiah. First, let me read the question. In Nehemiah 1 and 3 says the wall of Jerusalem is broken down. Is that a precept to indicate that the Wailing wall is not the same wall that is in Scripture? Is there a precept saying the Wailing wall would be built? All right. So yes, there is a precept. But before we get to that, let's touch the topic of Nehemiah and walls of Jerusalem breaking down. Okay, get that. Read that in Nehemiah 1 and 3 real quick. Let's read that.
The book of Nehemiah, chapter 1 and verse 3.
Hold on, let me get there. All right, read.
And they said unto me,
Start at verse 1.
The book of Nehemiah, chapter 1 and verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
The words of Nehemiah, the son of Hakaliah, and it came to pass in the month Chaslu, in the 20th year, as I was in Shushan the palace.
Caslu, that's Caslu. That CH sound makes the K sound. Go ahead.
Then Hananiah, one of my brethren, came, he and certain men of Judah, and I asked them concerning the Jews that had escaped, which were left of the captivity, and concerning Jerusalem. And they said unto me, the remnant that are left of the captivity there in the province are in great affliction and reproach.
Right. So this is captivity is talking about the Babylonian captivity, where King Nebuchadnezzar and his armies came and enslaved the Israelites. All right. Come on.
The wall of Jerusalem also is broken down.
The what?
The wall of Jerusalem also is broken down. And the gates thereof are burned with fire.
Let's go read that history in 2 Kings. All right. Remember, we're going to learn a little bit of history before we answer the question. Let's go to 2 Kings 25:9. And you're going to read down to verse 10. Hold on. Let me get there first. We got quick draw McGraw out here. So we're going to go ahead and get that. We're stopping the page from spinning here. Hold on. Put that right there. Go ahead. Read it when you got it.
The book of 1 Kings, chapter 25 and verse 9. Oh, 2 Kings.
Yeah, I'm sorry. 2 Kings. There we go.
All right. The book of 2 Kings, chapter 25 and verse 9.
Come on. Jump up to verse 3.
Verse 3. And on the 9th day of the 4th month, the famine prevailed in the city, and there was no bread for the people of the land.
Verse 1.
Verse 1. The book of 2 Kings, chapter 25, verse 1. And it came to pass in the 9th year of his reign, in the 10th month, in the 10th day of the month, that Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, came, he and all his host, against Jerusalem, and pitched against it. And they built forts against it round about. And the city was besieged unto the 11th year of King Zedekiah.
So they built forts. They had their army surrounded Jerusalem. It surrounded Jerusalem. Over and over you read about nations, before they invade, they want to starve out the people. They want to make sure they cut off all access of their resources, so no goods, weapons, whatever it is, nothing could go into that city. Come on.
Verse 3. And on the 9th day of the 4th month, the famine prevailed in the city.
Come on.
And there was no bread for the people of the land. And the city was broken up. And all the men of war fled by night by the way of the gate between two walls.
Right. It was a famine going on. There was no strength, no food to eat. So the men started leaving. They started abandoning their posts. Come on.
Which is by the king's garden. Now the Chaldees were against the city round about.
They were everywhere. Come on.
And the king went the way toward the plain. And the army of the Chaldees pursued after the king and overtook him in the plains of Jericho.
So they even caught King Zedekiah as well. He tried to escape out his secret route, but they caught him as well. Come on.
And all his armies were scattered from him.
They abandoned him.
So they took the king and brought him up to the king of Babylon, to Riblah. And they gave judgment upon him. And they slew the sons of Zedekiah before his eyes, and put out the eyes of Zedekiah, and bound him with fetters of brass, and carried him to Babylon. And in the 5th month of the 7th day of that month, in the 19th in the 19th year of King Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, came Zeradon, captain of the guard, a servant of the king of Babylon, onto Jerusalem. And he burnt the house of the Lord.
Listen up.
And the king's house, and all the houses of Jerusalem, and every great man's house burnt he with fire.
Come on.
Verse 10, and all the army of the Chaldees that were with the captain of the guard break down the wall of Jerusalem round about.
Get those images up. Get the images up of Jerusalem. First, put up Jerusalem in its good form, how it looked. You already put those up already? There we go. All right. These are the walls. There was a wall that encompassed all of Jerusalem. All right. Now go ahead and put what the armies of Babylon did to the walls. Come on.
Verse 10. And all the army of the Chaldees that were with the captain of the guard
there we go. Go ahead. Read.
Break down the walls of Jerusalem.
They broke down the walls of Jerusalem. They broke down the walls. They burnt the temples, okay? They broke down the walls, okay? Right? Burnt the house of the Lord, the king's house, okay? And all the houses of Jerusalem, every great man's house, burnt with fire. And in verse 10, and all the armies of the Chaldeans were in the captains of the guard, right? With the captain of the guard, break down the walls of Jerusalem. Remember, the walls were the ones that fortified the city of Jerusalem. Okay. All right. From there, let's get to go to Jeremiah 52 to get some more history detailed on that. Jeremiah 52, start at verse 10. We're going to read down to verse 15. Pick up the speed on your reading.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 52 and verse 10. And the king of Babylon slew the sons of Zedekiah before his eyes.
Okay, come on.
He slew also all the princes of Judah and Riblah.
So those are the king's children. Come on.
Then he put out the eyes of Zedekiah. And the king of Babylon bound him in chains and carried him to Babylon and put him in prison till the day of his death. Now in the 5th month, in the 10th day of the month, which was the 19th year of Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, came Nebuzaradan, captain of the guard, which served the king of Babylon, into Jerusalem, and burned the house of the Lord, and the king's house, and all the houses of Jerusalem, and all the houses of the great men burned he with fire.
So there you go. That's a precept right there. You want to connect that, what we just read in Jeremiah and 2 Kings, 25. So to show you how the prophets spoke the same thing. Come on.
And all the army of the Chaldeans that were with the captain of the guard break down all the walls of Jerusalem round about.
Here we go. So the walls was broken down. The walls were broken down. Come on.
Then Nebuzaradan, the captain of the guard, carried away captive certain of the poor of the people.
He picked what?
Carried away captive certain of the poor of the people.
Read.
And the residue of the people that remained in the city, and those that fell away, that fell to the king of Babylon, and the rest of the multitude.
All right, so certain people was left behind. Keep on reading. Verse 16.
Verse 16. But Nebuzaradan, the captain of the guard, left certain of the poor of the land.
There you go. He left certain poor of the land. So certain people was able to go. He took the chief men, but he left most of the poor behind. He left them behind. Okay. So that way they can dress the land. All right. Okay. From there, let's go to Luke 21. All right. Don't forget the question now. I'm going to repeat the question. All right. In Nehemiah 1 and 3 says the wall of Jerusalem is broken down. Is that the precept to indicate the Wailing wall is not the same wall that is in scripture? Okay, so this is part of the precepts to show you that the wall was broken down. The walls of Jerusalem was broken down. Okay, come on.
The book of Luke, chapter 21 and verse 20. And when ye shall see Jerusalem compassed with armies, then know that the desolation thereof is nigh.
Okay, fast forward now. Here we go. So when you see Jerusalem, this is the warnings of Christ. He says, when you see Jerusalem, what?
Compassed with armies.
Remember, we just read what that compassment mean. If one of their tactics was to surround the land, cut off all access to any resources, food, weapons coming in and out, so that way they would be able to starve the land. The men would not be able to fight. All right, it would be easy work. They'll go in there, pillage the land, put people in chains, kill whoever they need to kill, rape who they even need to rape. That's how they got down during that time. So what Christ is reminding us is the same thing happening. He's talking about 70 AD. Come on.
Then know that the desolation thereof is nigh.
Know that the desolation is nigh. The destruction is nigh. It's close. Come on.
Then let them which are in Judea flee to the mountains.
Flee into the mountains. Flee deeper into Africa. Flee into deeper Africa. Come on.
And let them which are in the midst of it depart out.
Come on.
And let not them that are in the countries enter it thereinto.
Right, because destruction is coming. Don't come in here. If you don't want none of this death, all right, or destruction or enslavement, stay where you are. Don't even think about coming into Jerusalem. Come on.
For these be the days of vengeance, that all things which are written may be fulfilled.
Written in Deuteronomy 28, the curses, the curses that would fall upon Israel. Come on.
But woe to them that are with child.
Come on.
And to them that give suck in those days. For there shall be great distress in the land, and wrath upon this people.
Come on.
And they shall fall by the edge of the sword, and shall be led away captive into all nations.
Captive into all nations. Slaves into all nations. Come on.
And Jerusalem shall be trodden down of the Gentiles.
Here we go. This is the point. All right. Let's pull up the Ark of Titus. Ark of Titus. Here we go. So while they was trotting down the land, this is what they began to do. They pillaged. They stole all the gold, the silver from the people. You see that? What you see there, that was pure gold. That menorah, pure gold. All the temple items was removed. Okay, that's what you see right there. That's the ark. That's them glorifying themselves. That's what Esau do. Whatever evil that they portray, they make sure in some form or fashion they remind themselves. Just like we have pictures of when they were hanging us, right? What they did, they had a whole book, a whole album, right? Whole album of them taking pictures of hanging our foreparents on the trees, burning our bodies during their barbecues, okay? So this is another form of them doing it. This is how you know they're the same people. Esau, Edom, Rome. They are the same people, the Caucasian white man, all right? That good old American. They had the same zeal, the same thing. Look at that. While they pillaging, they had artwork being done to remind them. This is how we got down. When we burnt their bodies and burnt the villages. This is how they got down. Okay?
And Jerusalem shall be trodden down of the Gentiles.
And Jerusalem shall be trodden down by who?
Of the Gentiles.
Meaning our land, our homeland would be inhabited by heathens. All right? Not Israelites. It would be inhabited by heathens. Like unto this very day, okay, is still inhabited by the people of the land, the original people of the land, the Israelites. They would not be in the land. Why? They would be in slavery, scattered through the four. Give me that Deuteronomy 28, 64 real quick, so we can remind us of the curses that Christ reminded us right here in Luke. Get that.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 64. And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people.
All what?
All people.
Come on.
From the one end of the earth, even unto the other. And there thou shalt serve other gods.
As slaves. You're going to serve other gods as slaves to the point where now you willfully become Christians, Baptists, Pentecostal, Mormon, non-denominational, Catholics. Let me not forget that. That's the mother of harlots. Catholicism, right? Come on.
Which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, even wood and stone.
Right, the two great religions right now. You have Islam and you also have the Catholic Church. Two great religions that was put on us because we disobeyed God's commandments. Go back to Luke now. Read that one more time, verse 24.
The book of Luke, chapter 21 and verse 24. And they shall fall by the edge of the sword, and shall be led away captive into all nations. And Jerusalem shall be trodden down of the Gentiles.
Come on.
Until the time of the Gentiles be fulfilled.
Because the time of the Gentiles will be fulfilled, meaning their time is almost up. Their time is up. As Israel begin to awake, you will see that their time will be soon up in our land. Give me that in Ezekiel real quick, 36 and 5.
The book of Ezekiel, chapter 36 and verse 5.
Come on.
Therefore, thus saith the Lord God, surely in the fire of my jealousy,
listen up now,
have I spoken against the residue of the heathen.
The residue of the heathen. Come on.
And against all Idumea.
Oh, wait a minute. I want you to remember that name. All against all Idumea. Oh, Idumea. Come on.
Which have appointed my land into their possession.
So they took our land, not only sent us off into slavery, guess what happened? They took our land as their own possession. Come on.
With the joy of all their heart.
They rejoiced. They even made murals. They made murals of them conquering us, right? Where's the Ark of Titus? Pull it back up. They made murals. There's another one. And you find these murals all over European countries. France has one. I think Spain has one, right? Italy, and I think America has them. They have them all over the place. The Ark. Where's that other picture? That other picture with the Ark. There was only one? It was just this one? I seen it earlier. Okay, it was one that they have in the streets, in the cities. If you find that, let me know. Okay. All right, moving right along. Read that 35, verse 5 and 6. Come on.
Verse 5. Therefore, thus saith the Lord God, surely in the fire of my jealousy have I spoken against the residue of the heathen.
Come on.
And against all Idumea, which have appointed my land into their possession.
They appointed God's land, the holy land, which is Israel, Jerusalem. They appointed it for their possession. And they pretend to be us, but God calls them the heathens. He called them the heathens. Those are the rightful heathens. And he named them. He named them Idumean, right? Okay, we're going to dive into that a little bit. Go to the book. Pull up that book. Esau, Edom. Esau, Edom. Because during the time of Christ, who was running things? Who was running things? Rome. Rome was running things. Rome was in full control of the land. Okay, and to the point of 70 AD, that's when they wiped us out completely. Some fled. Millions of us fled into parts of Africa. Others went into slavery. Okay. Come on. Pull up the book.
Who is Esau, Edom?
Come on.
Herod was a shrewd.
Hey, pull up the cover of the book. You didn't show the cover of the book. Okay. All right. Read.
Herod was a shrewd and unscrupulous tyrant and was despised by the Judites because he was an Idumean.
He was a what?
An Idumean.
He was a what?
An Idumean.
He was an Idumean. He was an Edomite. He was not of the stock of Abraham. He was not from the stock of Israel. He was not from the tribe of Judah. Come on.
And not one of their own stock.
Come on.
Herod hated the people of Judah.
He did what?
He hated the people of Judah.
Come on.
And one of his first acts was to execute 45 of their leaders of the old autocracy to eliminate any rivalry for leadership.
So he wanted to completely wipe them out. Watch. Come on.
Having secured the kingship, Herod next destroyed the priestly lines of Hyrcanus, the last being Antigonus, who taunted Herod with his Idumean origin and asserted that the kingdom should fall on one of the royal family.
On what?
On one of the royal family.
Okay, come on. It was the next one. It was another one, right? Yes. Come on.
We thus found that in the years just before the time of Christ, Judea was controlled by an Edomite faction.
Wait a minute. So we just read in Luke. This is how you know the Bible's a true book. All right. It says, read that one more again.
We thus find that in the years just before the time of Christ, Judea was controlled by an Edomite faction.
He was controlled by an Edomite faction. Herod comes from the stock of Idumea, an Edomite faction. Come on.
Who usurped the Judite name, land, and heritage.
Come on.
Historically, the Edomites became known as Jews.
They became known as Jews. How did they become known as Jews? Because they robbed the land, right? You robbed the land and they took on our name. That's called identity theft. Come on.
A term derived from Judea, which was derived from the name Judah, being the royal line of Israel.
Right. They were not the people. Give me that in Revelations 2 and 9. Okay, we're showing you how they took on that authority or that name, right, for themselves. After robbing the land, well, that's part of their nature. After robbing the land, they like to go ahead and convert to the people and pretend to be those people. But Christ calls them out on that. Let's go. Revelation chapter 2 and verse 9.
The book of Revelation, chapter 2 and verse 9. I know thy works.
I know thy works. Come on.
And tribulation.
And the hard times that you're going, the poverty that you're going through. Come on.
And poverty, but thou art rich.
But really you are rich because the kingdom and the glory belongs to the Israelites. Come on.
And I know the blasphemy.
I know the lies
of them which say they are Jews.
Those pretending to be Jews.
And are not.
But really they are not Jews.
But are the synagogue of Satan.
But they really are what? They are the synagogue of Satan. They are Satan's children, the deceiver, the adversary of God's people. Come on.
Verse 10.
No, that's what I want. Go back now. We're going back to Luke. This is the warning that Christ gave us. Matter of fact, go to Matthew now, right? We still on Herod. We still on Herod. Go back to Matthew. Go to Matthew and hold on. Let me get it. Where I want. Matthew 2 and 40. Hold on, bear with me. Matthew 2. No, that's not the one. Give me the start at verse 7. 6. Not 3. There we go. 3. Start at verse 1.
The book of Matthew, chapter 2 and verse 1. Now when Jesus was born in Bethlehem of Judea in the days of Herod the king, behold, there came wise men from the east to Jerusalem, saying, where is he that is born king of the Jews? For we have seen his star in the east and are come to worship him.
Now listen up. Watch this. Come on.
When Herod the king had heard these things, he was troubled.
Why was he troubled? Remember, what did he do? What did he do to the bloodline, the righteous stock of Israel? He wiped them out. He killed them one by one, so no one would stand up and be able to oppose him. Come on.
When Herod the king heard these things,
come on,
he was troubled.
He was troubled because he was like, wait a minute. I thought I took care of the business already. I thought I wiped out everybody already. Come on.
And all Jerusalem with him. And when he had gathered all the chief priests and scribes of the people together, he demanded of them where Christ should be born.
What did he want to do? What did he want to do? Jump over to verse 16.
Matthew chapter 2 and verse 16.
Come on.
Then Herod, when he saw that he was mocked of the wise men, was exceeding wroth.
Come on.
And sent forth and slew all the children that were in Bethlehem.
There you go. So he went back to exactly what he did before. Before he took that power as king, remember, Rome, the one that put him in authority over Jerusalem. Okay. So he was not the actual king for Jerusalem. He was not of the stock of Israel or from the lineage of David, King David. Right. So go back before we pull up the other one. Go back to what Herod did again, just to remind y'all. Go back to what Herod did. All right. So when we read this in Matthew 2 and 16, we're reading what he did already. He thought he covered all his tracks by wiping out the bloodline, but au contraire. So go back to it again. Go back to the book. Esau, Edom, just a reminder for people watching. Come on. Yes.
Herod was a shrewd and unscrupulous tyrant.
Come on.
And was despised by the Judites because he was an Idumean and not of one in their own stock. Herod hated the people of Judah.
Come on.
And one of his first acts was to execute 45 of their leaders of the old autocracy to eliminate any rivalry for his leadership.
All right. Stop right there. Now go back to the scriptures. Now we're bringing you up to date now. We're bringing you up to date. So now he hears of the king from the wise men. He's like, wait a minute. I thought I covered my tracks already. I thought I wiped everybody out. Now y'all talking about an upcoming king? Come on, read.
Matthew chapter 2 verse 16.
Come on.
Then Herod, when he saw that he was mocked of the wise men, was exceeding wroth.
Right, because they exit through the back door. They was like, wait a minute. He really wanted to kill the king. We out of here. Come on. They were warned by the angel. Come on.
And sent forth and slew all the children that were in Bethlehem.
You see that? So he went back to doing exactly what he started off doing. Come on.
That were in Bethlehem and in all the coast thereof, from 2 years old and under.
There you go. And that's all what they do. They go and destroy, okay? Rape, pillage, destroy. That's their whole purpose. Remember, it's a hate. So give me that Idumean. It says Idumean. You got it? Here we go. There we go. Read that.
Herod the Great, the Idumean king of...
The what?
The Idumean king of Judea.
You can't make this up, y'all. It's right in front of your face. The Idumean king of Judah. Come on.
The Idumean king of Judea was a descendant of Esau.
Where's the bombs? See that? It was Idumean king, right? Descendant of Esau. Read on.
Was a descendant of Esau, the brother of Jacob.
Come on.
And thus not a direct descendant of the Israelites.
He was not a direct descendant of the Israelites. He was not the bloodline of Judah. Read on.
The Idumeans also known as Edomites.
Known as what?
Known as Edomites.
Known as Edomites. So when we go back to Ezekiel 36 and 5, come on, hold on, 36 and 5, read that again.
The book of Ezekiel chapter 36 and verse 5. Therefore, thus saith the Lord God, surely in the fire of my jealousy have I spoken against the residue of the heathen.
The residue of who?
The residue of the heathen.
Come on.
And against all Idumea.
Against all Idumean, Esau, Edom. Come on.
Which have appointed my land into their possession.
So they stole God's land. The land that he chosen for Israel, his children. So imagine when he says in the fire of my jealousy, he ain't coming playing tic-tac-toe. He's not coming to hold hands and sing kumbaya. He's not coming for that. Come on.
With joy of all their hearts.
Not only that, they took joy and pride when they took and robbed the land, right? And enslaved God's people. So now you got to understand now. Who was that king? Herod? What was his bloodline? Idumean Esau. Go back to it now. Finish it up. There was more. The
Idumeans, also known as Edomites,
come on,
were a people descended from Esau and were traditionally enemies of the Israelites.
They were enemies of the Israelites. Enemies. All right? Enemies. Come on.
Herod's family, though Idumean, had converted to Judaism.
They did what?
Converted to Judaism.
They did what?
Converted to Judaism.
So most of those synagogue of Satan that's in our land, they are converts. They are converts. Okay, those are the Gentiles, right? The real Gentiles are what the Bible's talking about. Now, let's go.
Tell me more, Cap. Tell me more.
What you got?
And he presented himself as Jewish.
He did what?
Presented himself as Jewish. How
could I not read that? All praise to the Most High. You went back to that. And that's what most of them do. They present themselves as Jews. That's what they do. But guess what? Based on their flag, you understand is demonic. They constantly reveal that they are the synagogue of Satan. That flag, if you could pull up a picture of their flag, has nothing to do with God. Has nothing to do with the Torah. All right. I know they try to pretend and say, oh, it's the lily. It has nothing to do with God. All right. So for our brothers that's ignorantly still rocking that stuff, hey, you in the path of Satan right now. You in the path of Satan. It's time to wake up. God has nothing to do with that symbol. That's a demonic symbol. Okay. Matter of fact, now let's go. Jump up to Joel now. Joel 3. Get that for me in Joel 3. Start at verse 5. Okay. We ain't forget the question. We about to go to it right now. Hold on. Stand by. Joel 3. Start at verse 5. Read that real quick. Come on.
The book of Joel, chapter 3 and verse 5. Because ye have taken my silver and my gold.
Come on.
And have carried into your temples my goodly possessions.
Bring back that image again. The Ark of Titus. Bring it back up. When they conquered us, here we go. 70 AD. Even the time of the Babylonians, they did the same thing. They broke down the walls, and guess what? They took up all the goods of the Lord. Come on.
The children also of Judah and the children of Jerusalem.
Come on.
Have ye sold unto the Grecians?
They sold unto who?
Sold unto the Grecians.
They sold unto the white man, the Greeks. There you go. They go to more of it. This is how they would built memorials to remind themselves that they conquered us. There's some in France. There's some in Spain, Portugal. All right, wherever they are. You even have it in Washington, I think. Okay, so drop that. Read that in Joel. Keep going down.
The children of Judah and the children of Jerusalem have ye sold unto the Grecians.
Northern kingdom and southern kingdom, they sold unto the Grecians. 1492, 1619. Okay, now from there, here we go now. Let's go to Revelations now. Revelations chapter 11, verse 2. 1. We're going to start at verse 1. Well, let me get there. Read what you got.
The book of Revelation, chapter 2 and verse 1. Unto the angel of the church of Ephesus write, these things saith he that holdeth the 7 stars in his right hand, who walketh in the midst of the 7 golden candlesticks.
Hold on, 11. We're going to Revelations chapter 11, 1 and 2.
Yes, sir. The book of Revelation, chapter 11 and verse 1.
Come on.
And there was given me a reed like unto a rod.
A reed that goes into a ruler. Come on.
And the angel stood, saying, rise and measure the temple of God.
Measure the temple of God. Come on.
And the altar.
And what?
And the altar. And them that worship therein.
And them that worship therein. That's the Israelites. Come on.
But the court, which is without the temple.
But the court, which is without the temple, outside of the temple, come on.
Leave out.
For why?
And measure it not.
Come on.
For it is given unto the Gentiles.
It's given to who?
The Gentiles.
Come on.
And the holy city shall they tread underfoot.
Tread underfoot.
42 months.
So this is repeating the same thing we read in Luke 21 and 24. The Gentiles. So what was given to the Gentiles and not to be measured was what? It was there. It said, leave not, right? And it was given unto the Gentiles. Give me that book. Give me that book and cue up my images. Give me that book and cue up my images. Here we go. A History of the Jews. Let's go.
A History of the Jews. By Solomon Grazel. By Solomon Grazel.
Come on. Let's go.
Oh, right here. Come on.
Here we go. Go into the book. The book. Pay attention, brothers.
Want me to start from the underline?
Come on.
Yes, sir. Herod's temple. Almost 500 years have elapsed since the second temple had been built by those who returned from the Babylonian exile.
Here we go now. Remember, when Nehemiah was there, he built it up. But remember, Israel went back into captivity over and over. You read about the captivities. Babylonian captivity, all right, the Greek captivity, Persian Mede captivity. Also, don't forget about what? Here in Babylon, the Great, America captivity. All these captivity, Israel kept going back over and over to captivity. But here we go. Read it again.
During the intervening time, the temple had no doubt been repaired and enlarged.
It was repaired and enlarged. Come on. By who? By Herod. By Herod. Come on.
But it remained essentially the old building.
It had parts of it still up for the old building, of the old parts of the temple. Come on.
Inferior in beauty and grandeur.
Come on.
To some of the pagan temples which dotted the land. Not only was it contrary to Herod's laws of architecture to permit the temple of his own God to remain so modest.
Of his own God to remain so modest. Come on.
But he thought to show his piety to the Jews.
Remember, he had a constant hate. He had a constant hate of the Jews, right? Because they did not accept him as a Jew. Remember, he tried his best to be converted, right? He was a convert. So he tried. So to get back at them, this is what he did. Come on.
But he thought to show his piety to the Jews.
His hatred.
By making their temple grander than the rest.
So he changed up everything. Watch this. Come on.
the old building until he had built the new one around it.
He built a new one around it. Come on. Hold on. There was another part. Come on. There we go.
The officiating priest.
Blow it up. Blow it up. I can't, unless you got to keep it that way. Can you blow it up a little bit? There we go.
The officiating priest. Next to it was a court for the Israelites who came to watch the service.
Come on.
By the side of that was the gallery for the women. And behind it was the court of the Gentiles.
The court of the what?
The court of the Gentiles.
The what?
The court of the Gentiles.
Now go back, read it one more again at Revelations 11 for us to get the full point of what's going on. This is how you know the Bible is a true book. Bible prophecy, and we just read history. The scholars know who we are. They know who we are. Come on.
Revelation chapter 2, Revelation chapter 11 and verse 2.
Come on.
But the court which is without the temple, leave out.
Leave out. Don't worry about it. Come on.
And measure it not.
Don't even measure it. Come on.
For it is given unto the Gentiles.
It's given unto the Gentiles. One of the main Gentiles, Idumea, Esau, Edom, Herod. Come on. That's why he went all out to praise his God, which is Satan. Come on. Go back to the book and read it in its entirety. Come on.
Next to it was the court for the Israelites who came to watch the service. By the side of that was the gallery for the women. And behind it was the court of the Gentiles.
The court of the Gentiles. Keep on going.
The whole area was surrounded by a wall.
Here we go now. The whole area was surrounded by a wall. Read.
This is the wall, part of which remains to this day.
Come on.
Known as the Wailing Wall.
Known as the what?
The Wailing Wall.
Put up the images of the Wailing Wall. This was not created by our forefathers. No, this was Herod. This is Herod's doing. So what we about to see is Herod's children diving at his wall. Go ahead. There we go. No, not that yet. Give me the other ones, images of Amalek diving. Okay, if you got that, pull it. Here we go. This is Herod's children. Idumeans, Esau. They're honoring what their forefather Herod built for them. You see that? The Gentiles gravitate to that bad boy. Here we go. Now we have, look, senators also giving tribute to that demonic wall that has nothing to do with God and his people. Come on. There you go. Every great president, senator, entertainer, they are commanded to come and give reverence to that wall right there. It has nothing to do with the Most High God. There you go. You have people from other countries that come in and do the same thing. There you go. There you go. Diving at the wall. Diving. Look at that. You have famous pastors diving at the wall of the Gentile. That has nothing to do with the Lord. Has nothing to do. Look at that. We have our people ignorantly kneeling, worshiping at this wall. It's the Gentiles' wall. Read it again. Revelations, one more again.
Revelation chapter 11 and verse 2. But the court which is without the temple leave out and measure it not.
It said measure it not. It has nothing to do with God. Come on.
For it is given unto the Gentiles.
It was given to what?
Unto the Gentiles.
It was given unto the Gentiles. Had nothing to do with Israel. Had nothing to do with the Most High God. All right. That is the outside portion. Herod's wall. Herod's wall. Matter of fact, there was another pastor, I think, that made a mission down to Israel to that wall as well. Bring it up. Come on. Pull them up. Pull them up.
I had an encounter with God there that radically transformed my life. And I came back to the country in December of 2018, really conflicted by what happened to me. It's almost like God showed me a vision of himself and also a vision of where my heart was. And I felt like when I left Israel in 2018, a man died there, bro. A pastor died there, a husband died there, a father died there. That's why I wear all black. for me is spoken symbolism of living a daily funeral. I was in Israel and I had an encounter with God there that radically transformed my life. And I came back to the country in December of 2018, really conflicted by what happened to me. It's almost like God showed me a vision of himself and also a vision of where my heart was. And I felt like when I left Israel in 2018, a man died there, bro. A pastor died there, a husband died there, a father died there. That's why I wear all black. For me,
go ahead now. Hey, real quick, go to Google. I want y'all to Google pastors must go to Jerusalem. Watch this. There we go. Read that part right there.
The idea of pastors going to Jerusalem is often linked to the significance of the city in Christian tradition and the belief that experience the land of the Bible firsthand can deepen a pastor's faith and ministry. While the Bible doesn't explicitly command pastors to visit Jerusalem.
Read that again.
While the Bible doesn't explicitly command pastors to visit Jerusalem, it is seen as a valuable opportunity for spiritual growth and a richer understanding of biblical events.
All right, listen up. That has nothing to do with the Bible. When the Bible commands us to visit Jerusalem was what? Get that. Let's get the law now. Of course I'm going to give you the law. Right? Get that. Deuteronomy. Let's go.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 16 and verse 16.
So they said Christian traditions. Wait a minute. Christ kept this tradition right here. But for some reason, Christianity is not teaching them that. Pastor Jamal Bryant didn't go to Jerusalem to keep this feast day, right? Same way Christ kept that feast day. Come on.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 16 and verse 16.
Come on.
3 times in a year.
How many times?
3 times in a year.
I don't think the pastors or the Christian church are doing that. Come on.
3 times in a year shall all thy males appear before the Lord thy God.
But hold on. It says to do what?
Appear before the Lord thy God.
No, the Wailing Wall.
Appear before the Lord thy God.
Pull up the images of those pastors once again in front of the Wailing Wall. There you go. Not the Lord's wall. It said appear before the Lord your God. No, but they appear before a wailing wall. Unbelievable. Come on.
In the place which he shall choose.
Where the place where he shall choose. Okay. All right.
In the feast of unleavened bread.
It said the feast of unleavened bread.
And in the feast of weeks.
Feast of weeks.
And in the feast of tabernacles.
In the feast of tabernacles. You see that? But you have these pastors ignorantly worshiping a false idol. They just idol worshiping. It's no different than give me the image of them doing a hijab. What is that called? A hijab? Whatever that thing called Islam do. A hajj? I call it a hajj. They do a hajj around a stone. It's no different. It's no different. That's part of the curses right there. You found an image? Give me that picture. Matter of fact, and this is what they're doing too. Go to Matthew chapter 4. Matthew chapter 4, read verse 8. Verse 8 and 9. Read that.
The book of Matthew chapter 4 and verse 8. Again, the devil
the who?
The devil.
The who?
The devil.
Okay, let's go.
Taking him up into an exceeding high mountain and showed him all the kingdoms of the world.
All the kingdoms of the world. Come on.
And the glory of them.
And the precious things in all those kingdoms, all those riches. Come on.
And saith unto him,
listen up now.
All these things will I give thee if thou wilt fall down and worship me.
And do what?
And worship me.
And go back to that image of that pastor on his knees facing the Wailing Wall. All right. And cue up Revelations 2 and 9 one more again. See, it's no different. They're doing the same thing. These nations do not serve the true God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. All right. They don't. All right. And we got our people who foolishly adopt these false religions, man-made religions, and they go to hell straight in the handbasket. This is what happens if they don't repent and wake up. That's why we have to stay on our job. We got to do our job. Look at that. All right. Read that one more time.
The book of Revelation, chapter 2 and verse 9. I know thy works and tribulation and poverty, but thou art rich.
But really, you rich? Come on.
And I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews and are not.
And are not.
But are the synagogue of Satan.
And we just read in Matthew 4 where it says, again, the devil tried to tempt Christ, our King, right? And he said the primary way is to do what? Fall down and worship. Fall down and worship him. Where at? No better place right there. Cobblestone, that Wailing wall, okay? Which is not the wall of God, which is not built from our forefathers. No, not part of the temple. All right? So we're going to end it right there for you brothers and sisters. Okay, this is Q&A in the MIA. Shalom. Most High Christ bless. What is the nation?
Nation is men leading by example. Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is children with role models. Nation is unity. Nation is you.
And finally, my brethren, this